So what's new with you?
How you doing?
Happy
birthday.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Sorry. I thought your birthday was 16 for some reason.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a year older,
29. We'll make it up to you next year at 30th.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big 3-0.
That's crazy. When you about to have some babies. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe 33, 35. She's like my mom, yeah. She's like, we need to give me some grandkids.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to help me feed the grandkids? Having babies is like so what? I feel like. I don't know. Kaden's just called actually before you walked in.
Yeah. How's Kaden's doing?
She's good, bro. She talks so much and she just like, she like literally is like so advanced. I feel like she's 4 in the 2-year-old body.
Yeah, no, she's really, really smart.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not trying to take credit for it or anything like that, but like, I feel like the time that we like spend together, like that's hope. So I'm glad like everything kind of like happened the way it did, because like, you know, we got to just like spend 2 years just hanging out a lot of time and stuff. So.
How would you say fatherhood changed you?
Definitely made me more like focused and like brave and stuff. Like I was talking to someone the other day, and it kind of makes you feel like a lion now, because just like that's my little cub.
Yeah.
And like it makes you just want to like go hard and everything. And like I just feel like a tougher as a person, like not in a bad way, but like I have more of like to me, just because like everything I do is like in return affecting her. So like whether it's like business, money, whatever, or just like if I'm in the street, I'm just like more like aware of stuff, because it's just like
it's not just about you anymore.
Yeah, with a little baby.
Exactly.
But it's made me like also think about my own childhood a lot more and stuff like that, because you just like you're kind of developing, helping her child and like putting it together. So when I like hang out with her, I just think of like what I would have wanted to do as a kid or happen, or like my parents to like give me and stuff like that. But like not even like material things, but like experiences and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what it also helps me. It's helped me so much as like with like art and stuff like that, like music. Cause now I just think like as an artist, as a fan, what would I want from like my favorite artist, or like an artist that like is new, you know what I'm saying? Or like what would catch my attention? And like thinking from that perspective, I guess, like helps. Yeah,
and I'm sure you just have more to talk about. Yeah. You know? Just more life lessons and things of that nature.
She's low-key become like one of my A&Rs. Because like I'll play her.
Cadence approves.
Yeah, I mean it's not even she approves, it's just like if she remembers the song after like one listen, or like if she's like singing the lyrics, I can catch her like sometimes just singing random songs. Yeah. Or she's like asking me to play something that I'm like, oh, it must have some type of thing to it. But I'm always not trying to make music for babies. But like if a baby can kind of grasp onto it, then I feel like anyone could. So like that's a good goal. I mean, at least for me, I want everybody to like be able to enjoy it. I'm not making music for everybody, but I hope everybody can take away something from it.
Exactly.
Cause I miss music like that. Like I guess like more like pop music, mainstream pop music. I miss when it was like good. Cause obviously there's still pop music. Always will be pop music, but like I miss when it was good and it like had a good feeling to it, and like your mom knew the songs, but also like your little brother. But like also it was like cool. It was cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like good music that's fun, but also there's a message behind it.
Yeah, it don't have to be too much of a message. Just like there's like some type of like universal aspect to it that like most humans can kind of relate to.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, I mean I have nothing against niches, subgenres, stuff like that. I just feel like people who make music that's a little more universal reaching get shitted on nowadays. Yeah. I don't like for why, I don't know. Yeah. Like you know, when you go to a club, everybody knows a Pitbull song or a Flo Rida song.
It's true.
Everybody and their mama, and like I kind of miss that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like anthems.
Yeah, anthems, I guess. Yeah, and like songs that we can all feel and have fun to and join in on, and like it's not so like segregated. But maybe that's coming back. Hopefully, I don't know.
You want to speak to, I guess, the process of. I know it's not fun to talk about like the business side of it.
Yeah.
You know. The process of getting this project together and getting out there in this world.
Oh my god, it's been hell, bro. Well, you know that, but like, I literally started it when I started, maybe in like 2021. I probably made the first song. Yeah, like those sessions. Yeah, I've been sitting on it for a while. Yeah. But like, it's low-key helped me because like, I've had time to think about the track listing and which songs. Also like, take time in like making songs that I think will like work and fit on it, and like also. Been like taking my time with the artwork and the creative direction and stuff like that. So like by the time it comes out, it's been like years in the making, but like I feel like it's more of a sound thing because it took time.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will be able to live on for a longer time. I feel like nowadays, like if you like the rush to like put stuff out all the time and be consistent, kind of can kill the.
Take away from the creative.
Yeah. Because sometimes it just takes time. Yeah, like I came up with the the idea for like what I wanted to do for like cover art and stuff by just like sitting and playing around in my house, like not doing much, and like it's a very cliche like quote at this point, but they say like creatives need to sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like creativity comes from nothing. That's why like, to me, I think the best creatives sometimes come from like underprivileged environments and stuff like that, because one, your mind had to like fill the lack of whatever there was, lack of resources, lack of entertainment. You had to create your own things, like in the hood, always creating your own games and stuff like that. Even creating your own clothes, just creating your own lingo. Anything about creating just comes from like the lack of. It's like when you don't have a lack, it's hard to create. But also like the work ethic thing, like people who come from backgrounds that are like less privileged tend to work harder because they don't have nothing, never had nothing. So, and you can kind of just see the trend. Like, obviously there's nepo babies who've made it and are lit, but like a lot of people who like worked from nothing and made some shit happen. So
I feel like a big part of it is your why. Like, why are you doing it?
Yeah. I feel like before, not that I never had a why, but maybe it wasn't strong enough. But like now, just also it was like going through stuff, being older, stuff like that. Like, I've found more of my why, like solidified it, or like it's more clear. At least for now, because I feel like your why can always change too. Because like my why before was different than my why now.
Yeah.
But at the core, I think it might be some of the same principles and stuff. Why would you suggest someone be independent in 2024, I guess? And like as a manager?
Yeah, well, I would say as a disclaimer, being independent isn't, all rainbows and butterflies. It's tough.
It's
it's
actually
a
the
lot of hard
opposite.
work.
It's all hell and fire.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
With everything, you gotta take the good with the bad, There's pros and cons, but I feel like, through independence, you're in control of your creative, you're in control of, like, how often you drop, and just the overall, art itself, and so I'd mostly recommend that, especially in the early stages, to build leverage, because, you can be with a major and have all this, team, but, 10 years down the road, you realize, like, wow, I'm in a lifetime deal, or I've signed my life away, and so I think, it's ideal for an artist to just retain everything they can and make do with what they got until it makes sense, and then you can make that decision whether you want to keep on that route or you want to partner with someone.
Yeah, and I feel like nowadays too, there's just too much information and like education out there to like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like sound privileged or anything like that, but just like literally YouTube and stuff to like figure out how to do everything by yourself, kind of, and like not even do it by yourself, but do it with like your team. Like we do stuff together. It's not by myself, but like in the grand picture of things.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like when people think of independent, like you can be independent and still have a team.
Yeah.
I think it's
like we're still technically independent.
Yeah,
now,
I say we're definitely independent.
Yeah, sign the deal, but
but I think the idea is just to build a team of people that believe in it, especially early, and kind of just keep that in mind, and put people in position. But yeah, ultimately it's up to. I always say, like, it's like math. There's several ways to get the right answer. It's kind of, when it comes to this, is the path you choose, but just knowing what comes with it.
Yeah. Well, facts. I mean, if a major record label walked up to me and offered me $1 million, I probably would have taken it, but like didn't have that at my door, so I was just like, I do what I can and like stuff like that. And I also believe, like, I've been trying to look at it more as like a business. That's why I like was wearing a shirt and tie. I was like, I want to be taken serious as like a businessman, because like as an independent artist, you kind of are a businessman. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You're doing your own merch. You're doing a lot of your own things. So like you should have like carry yourself with that. You don't have to wear a shirt and tie, but like you should carry yourself with that. Like,
exactly.
You're a business person, and I want people just to, like, I don't know.
You buy your business.
Yeah, exactly.
You respect it.
And also when you have like face tattoos and stuff, it kind of helps offset that. Because they look at me like,
That's contrast.
But then if he has a shirt and tie, he's like, well, he must be like doing something already. He's wearing a shirt and tie.
Do you go in the studio specifically saying, okay, I'm making a song for my project, or do you just go in the studio and create, and then once you create, you're like, okay, this is perfect, or this aligns with my concept and my vision for the project?
Yeah. I feel like I've never, like, maybe when I go make an album one day, but I've never like started a project really. I usually just make music, and then from when I see what's on the floor, like after you like, whatever, I was like, oh, there's kind of like a common thread between this stuff here or whatever, and that's kind of like how it becomes. But that's why I call the next project like a mixtape, because like I made it with a bunch of different people over like a span of so many like years, months, weeks. That like it's just a collection of thoughts that make sense, but they don't like go. They're not like family. They're more like friends. Even though like my friends are my family because like I'm only child, but like you know what I'm saying. Like an album, I feel like is a family, and a mixtape might more so be like friends at a party.
I like that analogy. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I mean, might be bad. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like an album is more cohesive, and it's like, okay, these are all more intentionally and they were pieced together. Or they kind of,
at least in my eyes, what albums could be.
These individual things. It's kind of like a playlist in a way.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, playlist for sure.
You say like, what percentage would you say at this point in time the project is?
I'd say it's like, I don't know, cause I saw like, anyway, but like I think it's probably like 90%.
90%.
But it could be at 75. Like I don't. It could be at 0 really. It just depends at like. No, I'm not saying that my perspective, but like it's never really done. It's just decided. Like I kind of like that we have a little bit of a hard end date, because like you could work on it forever.
Exactly.
It kind of gives you like, well, it has to be in by this point.
By a certain time.
And then and I also just want to get it out because it's been so long. And to me, music kind of feels like, at least my music and like the way it's going into, it feels a little bit like a diary.
Yeah.
And it's just tough to like. I feel like I've been reading the same diary page over and over. Cause I listen to my own music a lot, like not in a bad way, especially until it comes out. And when it's out, I never listen to it again, really. Yeah. But like I've just been listening to it over and over and over again, and like I don't want to like lose that excitement. I never lose it, but like I don't know.
There's definitely an element of, you hear the song so many times, and it's like by the time it's out, people love it, and you're kind of like, oh, I hate this song. I don't think people outside the industry realize the process of like making a song to actually getting it out there. It could be years. Years sometimes.
I've heard about that. Even on the last project, the like demo tape, probably the oldest song on there was like 2020.
Yeah.
That came out 2023, which is like not too old, 3 years, but like
that's still a decent amount of time.
Yeah. I just want to be able to release. I think a good thing about independence.
Battery.
You kind of talked about the process.
I'm recording.
Like I think. Well, at least this day and age, I wish there was just more like, or hopefully going forward, there's more transparency with everybody, or maybe there doesn't need to be. I don't know, but like I just think like the mysterious thing is like out the window. I never was really ever trying to be mysterious, but like, for instance, like we just signed a little like distribution deal, 1 RPM, whatever, but like not rich by any means. Like I feel like I'm pretty much still in the same boat I was beforehand, but like at least now we have the opportunity and means to like
to get the project out, and hopefully like make an impact.
Justice, have people who like believe in it and supporting it besides myself, which is always just nice to feel too, because like and like to me, I never even really wanted to be a musician. Obviously like I'm doing that now, but like as a little kid, when people like ask me what do you want to be, I used to be like homeless.
Oh man.
Just because
you're
like
ambitious kid.
No. It's just because like I would hate when people ask me, like I'm just like that's a lot of pressure to put on a kid.
Yeah. And I think I said bus driver when they asked me.
Yeah, I used to say dentist.
Gives me a hard time.
Yeah. But now, but that's why I'm like, low-key helped me like realize like I don't have to hold on too tight to this dream. Like obviously hold on to it and like work towards it, but like for every reason, and whatever the case may be, if it didn't work out, shit like that, in a weird alternate universe, I wouldn't be crushed because it wasn't even my goal. It's not like I was in my bedroom at 10 years old like, oh, I want to be a rock star. I was like fiddling my thumbs. So to me, everything that so far has happened is a win, and everything continue to happen will be a win.
Yeah. Well, it's working out. And it's like,
it's working out.
I truly feel the best is yet to come.
For sure. And I'm glad like any hiccups that I've had have happened behind me. Obviously you'll have more and stuff like that, but yeah.
Character development.
Character development. Artist development.
Oh.
I think honestly no one should be allowed to be an artist till like they're 25. So like I'm not even 25 yet, so maybe I shouldn't be an artist yet.
You gotta put him in like a boarding school or
some type of thing, cause like you gotta just like find out, or maybe if you know yourself already, but I feel like no one really knows himself until maybe even past 25. But like that's a good place to start.
I mean, I feel like across all genres of work fields, like say even professional basketball players, you could be this exciting rookie, but you might not hit your stride until your 5th or 6th year in the league. When they say the game starts slowing down for you. So definitely, I mean,
that's what it feels like. It feels like the game is slowing down, and I'm like getting a grasp. I didn't know, because before I like did anything in music, I didn't know much about the music actual industry and stuff, like how it worked. So it's always kind of like been a hobby until now, because now we're working with another company and we're taking on investments and blah blah blah. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, like we essentially started together. I wasn't a manager for like a few months before I met you, you know, and so
I remember
like a lot of things, you know, you can read all these books, you can read all these interviews and watch all these videos, but the best, you know, teacher is experience, you know, is doing it. And I feel like that's just life in general.
Yeah, low key.
Trial and error.
That's how I learned. Like, someone can tell me not to do something 1,000 times. I low key need to do it myself to order. Be like, all right, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's like you walk a path and you'll stub your toe really hard, and it's like, all right, you might look out next time you walk that path.
But it's a good thing though, because like I just want to know for myself, which is like maybe it's a bad thing too, but like, because like what if your experience is different than my experience?
That's true. It's very true.
And a lot of times people are projecting, and like I just try to like dodge all projections.
Yeah, it's true.
But, yeah, 60 days. Oh shit.
Yeah, we got 60 days.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, less than that now. We've got about like 50 something days. Yeah.
It's doable. I mean, is there? But I guess we shouldn't say any names. But I'm just curious what songs. We don't have to get into that either.
What?
No, it's like what songs need finishing.